But so Chris reached out to me about 3 years ago now and just said he wanted to bring me on, hire me full time to be the crowdfunding manager, and told me the backstory. And, I was on board. I happened to be in town. This was, a year or so after the pandemic. And so I've been spending more time on the East Coast, just wanted to kind of be back with the family. I think a big perspective shift happened for a lot of people, after we went through all that and just being apart from everybody. So I happened to be here on the East Coast. And that I think was one of the things that's kept me here, because it just kind of then had legs of its own. So, at first I came on to manage the crowdfunding campaign. And part of my job as the crowdfunding manager is kind of to talk sense into the filmmaker and, bring that goal to a realistic level from a budgetary standpoint. And and from your reach, your network, like you could come to me and say, Leah, I have this project and I want to raise 40,000, and I could say, okay, we can do that. Then you could come and I could go, no, let's drop that down to 20, right? It's just going to depend on the person, on their network, on their social media, and like what I know about them and the project, because every team is gonna have a different reach, right? Different capacity. In the beginning, when Chris first came to me, it was kind of like, okay, this is a friend of mine, another independent film, another project. It's a crowdfunding, I'm being hired to be the crowdfunding manager. And I kind of thought that was going to be the end of it. Like a lot of the projects that I come on board to crowdfund, that's what I'm there for. And once that 30 days is up or that 6 weeks is up, then, I may or may not do anything more with that project, right? So there's only few and far between projects that I then go on to become a producer on or act and produce on, those sorts of things. Some people, like, I end up sometimes having to turn into like the nagging mother, the cheerleader, the coach, the one that's just like really pushing them to get up there and do it. It's some people don't like me when it's all said and done, but
well, I mean, you're varsity, right? You're varsity, they're JV.
Right, exactly. Like, and so, it's a lot of tough love. A lot of tough love can sometimes go into it. And sometimes we walk away going like, great to meet you. Never want to see you again. Thanks so much. But with Chris, it was different. It just, not only are we already friends, but Delco, the movie itself, had a special place for me because here I am back in Delco, full time for the first time in 25 years. And to see the community get involved and how much support and how many, like, I have never seen anything like this. I've lived in LA for 25 years. There's an independent film shooting on every other corner. And nobody cares, and I hate to say that. I don't want to say nobody cares, because of course the filmmakers care and the actors care and everybody involved cares. But it's an industry town and nobody cares.
And feeling,
Nobody's blinking an eye. And I tell you one thing: nobody is letting you shoot in their Tom Jones 24-hour family diner or the Brookhaven police station or Wawa, like
your shack.
Oh my gosh, the Delco's right. Spray paint the Delco shack. We were blessed. We would have never been able to film the movie the way the movie was filmed if it weren't for the donation of all the locations. Every single location was donated. That would never happen in Los Angeles.